This is a video that Brother Jamal I'm bringing to you. We're going through YouTube, my YouTube channel, where we are doing this video, and we'll be trying to place this in as many places as we can, try to share it as much as we can in many places as we can. We're just kind of trying something new here. So please kind of bear with us. The thing is that I've been kind of studying this thing the last couple of days and weeks about the whole movement for social justice, the whole movement towards oppression, the whole movement towards institutionalized racism. That whole movement, all this together. And one of the things that we see happening, it should be clear to us that's happening, is that they are trying to character assassinate the movement. They are trying to character assassinate the Black Life organization, individuals, certain individuals. And the thing that I want to share with, especially with the young people and the youth, because we've seen this happen in past history. We've seen the same thing happen. And Brother Malcolm El-Shabazz, he talked about this, how the authorities will begin to try to discredit the organization. They will try to discredit certain individuals, especially when it comes to the leadership. They will try to go after the leadership. If it's an organizer, if it's a spokesperson, they try to go after those people to dismantle the organization, because they figure if they can't do that, they can dismantle the credibility of the organization. And sometimes you will see they have agents, they have informers, they have agents who will be put in a protest, put in a march, a demonstration, a rally to disrupt and distract what's going on. And so when this happens, oftentimes the whole focus of the movement, now we know the movement right now is still about, the theme of the movement right now is still social, the theme is still against social injustice, oppression, and institutionalized racism. That's the theme. That theme is still there. But what they are trying to do is defame and discredit the organization, Black Lives Movement, who galvanized this thing, who put it in motion. The murder of George Floyd put it in motion. It already was there. The explosion and the counter peg was already there. And so what they have been doing is going after individuals in the Black Lives Movement. Same thing here locally. What the local authorities have been doing here in Des Moines, I just picked this up and caught this today. The governor is defending this whole idea with the SUV driver who in northern Iowa supposedly either attempted to hit a member of the Black Lives Movement. And so that's one angle to this. In some stories, they even saying that the individual, one of the protesters of Black Lives Movement, he tried to place himself in front of the vehicle. So it's a story going back and forth, but the whole idea is a whole discussion around this and targeting this particular individual. Now, two protesters in the Des Moines area have been charged with intelligence leaking information, supposedly in a scuffle or something. One of the individuals was able to grab some papers out of the police officer's pocket, and the information was targeted Black Lives members in the Des Moines area. That's probably been some secret information. They went back and dug up a 220-year-old policy used for intelligence use only. This target, that's what this is used for. This old 220-year policy that they haven't used, no telling when, but they went back and dug it up to use it in this case. So this is what I'm talking about, how they began to target it, the Black Lives Movement organizers, protesters. This is the whole operation, trying to dismantle the organization, if not trying to dismantle it, trying to slow it down, because the pace of the organization has been to where they can't keep abreast and they can't keep up with it. Even those informers or agents they may have inside, they may be in place inside, they still can't keep up with the movement, because the movement has taken on such a powerful, like a locomotive train leaving from the station. You know, when a train leaves from the station, it starts off slow, but as time goes by and as the train picks up steam, it begins to move with an awful speed that you can't slow it down, you can't stop it. So what the authorities is trying to do here locally and nationally, they trying to go after the leadership, they trying to go after members of the Black Lives Movement, and anybody that they can character assassinate along the way and bring charges and threaten and harass and all kind of stuff against the members of this movement. So we're saying the bigger picture is here, guys, is that social injustice is on the table, oppression and institutionalized racism. That's the bigger picture. And so what they are trying to do is distract and deter everybody from the bigger picture. It's unfortunate that all these investigations that they do on the Black Lives Movement, it's unfortunate they don't take that same resource, energy, and time and investigate these corrupt police officers, these corrupt cops that we have across the United States. It's unfortunate all the resources that they have investigating the Black Lives Movement, the people. Why don't they take that same energy and time and resource and go after these corrupt cops that they have? See, all across the United States. Why they don't do that? We never see them doing that. And once again, our theme is still maintaining justice. The way you maintain justice is that if you are a judge in a situation, you have to maintain justice by judging fairness. We continue to repeat this. Even what we see going on today with them targeting the Black Lives Movement and certain individuals, there's nothing fair and just about that. See? This is something that they did during the 1960s, the COINTEL program. All those operations was the same thing. This is the same thing they did on Dr. King. They did it on Brother Malcolm. They did it on Sister Angela Davis. They did it on the Black Panther Party. I could go on and on. This is the same kind of character targeted that they did during that period. They're doing the same thing to today to these young people who have started this fantastic movement against social injustice, oppression, and institutionalized racism. They should take all that time and energy, which they never would do, and target it on social injustice, target it on that, target it on oppression, target it on institutionalized racism, uncover some of these institutions that continue to discriminate and do all kind of things towards people of color. Do a story and investigation on it. I'm sure they would never do that. Once again, we wanted to try something different this evening. This is Brother Jamal, and I'm just doing this over my YouTube channel. We'll try to put this out there, see how it works. But the question we have to ask ourselves today, where is the justice? How can you expect to have peace when there is no justice? I ask the question again, where is the justice at? How do you think in your right, stable mind that there would be any kind of justice when there's, How could you think there would be any kind of peace when there's no justice? How would you think that? They both go together. They intertwine together. So it cannot be any peace until there's justice. Once again, our theme is maintaining justice.